Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ChocoCast episode 3, where things get wilder and the hosts get crazier. I'm here this week with myself, Viceroy, and Sunny. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Just warp in there, Vice from Juno. Yeah, Vice has a soundboard. Vice has a soundboard this week, so yeah.
I promise I won't be annoying.
He promises, but
I'll do everything I can.
I apologize now. Oh, so what have we got this week? Well, as many of you should know, unless you've been living under a rock for the past week, it's been E3.
E3!
E3, yay! Has been going on, and aside from the bountiful news of many games and consoles coming out in the very near future, a whole bunch of stuff was dropped for Final Fantasy XIV, which I'm sure we will discuss later in the show. But first of all, we'll go to see you, Sonny. What are your thoughts on E3 this year? What did you think of the whole performance?
I don't know. Overall, it was kind of underwhelming, I think. There were some games that I'm really looking forward to, like the new Tomb Raider. Beyond looks amazing. Things like The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But other than that, not so much. I mean, still nothing much on the Vita. That thing's been out, and I really want a reason to get it. I'm just not getting a reason from them.
Yeah. I mean, from a person who actually owns a Vita, and I've actually had it for a while now, I find myself not using it that often, if I'm honest. I bought it knowing that it was an investment at the time, because I'm waiting for the likes of Final Fantasy X HD to come out, Persona 4 the Golden, items like that. I bought it for very specific games thinking, whilst I wait, I'm sure I can play like PS1 games on it, like play Final Fantasy 7 on it. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. You know they're looking into putting 11 on that thing.
Really?
Yeah, there's been mention on whether or not they could do it. But,
so get ready to reactivate that account.
I know, get ready for that. I don't know how I'd fit it on it, but I'm ready.
And then you quit the next day because you don't want to do Abyssia.
Spoiler alert, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't.
But no.
I don't think it's...
No.
I just don't think
but
so.
No, the fact that there's no PS1 store games in the store, and that if I want to play any of my old PSP games, I need to rebuy them, and in Japan they had this old port version, and in the EU and the US, like, there'll be no audience for this particular kind of mechanism. It's like, of course there fucking will! We did play PSPs,
Yeah,
so,
the thing
I
is,
digress.
The thing is with handheld consoles right now, and this is a personal thing, is that I really don't have a long enough commute right now to justify a handheld console.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose.
And Nintendo, the less there is to be said about Nintendo, the better, I think.
Yeah. The only good thing that came out of Nintendo this year for me was the fact that next month they're releasing Theater Room for the DS.
Yes.
Which I had no idea that was happening. And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because the news has been out for a while on that thing.
I missed out entirely on it.
The only thing that I really liked about Nintendo's press conference, or rather, I think there was it Yubi, or I think both of them covered it, was Zombie U.
Oh.
And the thing, I can't fathom how they could make a title that looks pretty atmospheric, looks genuinely scary. I think the game could be very scary, the way you need to look down on the tablet and then look up to your screen again. But how the fuck did they manage to give it a title that makes it sound like a party game? Honestly.
Seriously. And
Zombie U?
And it will be scary. It's set in London, believe me, I know. But yeah, it's the naming convention. I think they need to get away from this whole "you" idea. It's like, I understand, I get it.
It's not going to happen.
Title, but oh my god, the gimmick. It wasn't funny with Wii. It's not
Zombie U. It's where all the zombies and zombats get drunk and
No,
have some fun.
But I have the perfect solution to that.
What's that?
If they're gonna put you at the end of every title, release a game called Fuck.
No, you see, my problem with the U strategy is...
Because that's pretty much, I think, what Nintendo was saying to at least me.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I was not happy.
Well, you're not
I was not
with
happy.
that.
I'm not happy with Nintendo. It's their press conference was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me absolutely no reason to buy a Wii U, and I don't know anything else about it that I don't know already, and it comes out at the end of the year.
I found that a lot with terms of...
What are the specs? What are the specs?
Like,
what are the launch titles?
Like last year, there was a lot of news released on hardware. It's like, we've got X, Y, and Z coming out. It's going to be amazing. You know, Vita, you got the 3DS, you had the Wii U. You know, there's so much console-based stuff coming out. And this year, it's all been very, like, oh, we're still working on it. It's on its way. We will have it soon.
Mm-hmm.
But they excuse me.
Pardon you, sir. Yeah, but...
I'll cut that out. I actually will cut that out. They show off Pikmin. Looks, I mean, everyone's wowed by it. I'm just kind of, because I'm not really into that series all too much.
Pikmin. Okay.
They show off new Super Mario Brothers U. It looks exactly, I think it looks exactly the same as the one. No, but it looks like the one for Wii. It doesn't look any different.
It's Nintendo's strategy of rehashing every old franchise they have until that
releasing
dead horse is flogged.
They're releasing Batman: Arkham City. They're releasing Mass Effect 3. They're already out. Why am I going to get a Wii U and get those?
Yeah,
Why did that get any cheers to begin with?
I know. I saw that and people like getting all excited about it. It's like, but you already own these games.
You've played it last year. You've probably finished it last year. What the hell's wrong with you?
I got Arkham City the moment it came out. See, ironically, the press conference I got the most excited for was Sony's, and I don't even own a PS3.
No, Sony's was quite good, actually. Out of all the press conferences, Sony's was probably the best.
But you can't, I mean, hey, you can't go wrong with Usher entertaining at the Microsoft one, because he's related to video games and all. Because when I think of Usher, I think of video games, right?
Definitely.
I loved the overriding message Microsoft were trying to give at that conference. So it's like, don't spend your money this year, save up to buy next year. It's like, really, Microsoft, really? But we're doing this now.
Well, you know, I've been so it's Nintendo's the big thing, because I've always been faithful to them ever since
you're a huge Nintendo fan, aren't you? So.
I'm a huge Nintendo fan, but the problem is when you're a big fan of something, that's also the one thing that's going to disappoint you the most, because you expect the most out of it.
Yeah.
Why do you think we got so angry at Square Enix for the past couple of years?
Mm-hmm.
Because we expect more from them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and it's true. I mean, Square Enix isn't where they used to be.
Anybody who's listening, you know, you may hate me for it. I wasn't a big fan of Skyward Sword. I think Nintendo blew it with Skyward Sword.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've heard.
Which, you know, Legend of Zelda Sword, obviously. I don't think it was as great as they said it was, as everyone said it was. I was not a fan.
No, I completely agree with
really let down.
But it seems... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because it seems, because I wanted to segue into disappointment, it seems that Square Enix is starting to step up again.
Yeah, I mean, not directly producing a lot of their products now. I mean, you've got the likes of Tomb Raider, you've got Hitman, we've got
this little game called Final Fantasy XIV.
Final Fantasy XIV, which we're proving.
Relatively modest MMO, right?
But I'm expecting a lot of great things out of Squaresoft in the very near future, because a lot of the games they work like at least part of, if not like Crystal Dynamics, we all know make Tomb Raider itself, but Square Enix.
I don't really follow Square Enix, I'll be honest with you, because I only play the Final Fantasy MMOs, but when 14 came out almost 2 years ago, at the end of 2010, didn't they have like a horrendous lineup? Like, it wasn't just 14 that failed. Wasn't there like a shit ton of titles around it that didn't do well either? 13
too. Although I think they sold well, I think they were received very negatively.
Yeah.
In terms of...
Yeah, there were just so many titles that just were received negatively, yeah.
In the West in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They seem to be suffering this culture clash, where in Japan, they seem to be regressing back to a time where it's really focused pro-Japan, where like the Japanese audience get it, they love it, the entire way they're built around it, it's fantastic, but the Western audience are feeling the cold shoulder from Square Enix.
But didn't the Square Enix president say at the time, like, that Final Fantasy XIV severely damaged the franchise?
Yeah.
Now, isn't that kind of a little overdramatic.
I don't think it is. I think he was bang on the money with that. I think he's
Really?
right. I mean, 14, Final Fantasy is their flagship product. For Square Enix, Final Fantasy is what gives them a lot of their brand recognition.
Right, but how many bad Final Fantasies in the series are there, really?
Very recent, more than I'd like to admit. I enjoyed them because I'm a fanboy, but generally...
Sorry, go on.
But yeah, generally more recently than not, Final Fantasy, the level of quality for what is generally accepted in the gamerverse has been...
Well, how many titles are in that franchise? I mean, you have the numerical ones, but there are a bunch of offshoots and side games. Like, how many are there in total?
Wow, easily 20 plus right now.
Yeah.
And out of those 20 plus, how many would you say are just terrible?
Like really bad? Like offensively bad?
Well, because I'm trying to wrap my head around the whole thing of him saying that the franchise was severely damaged. I just feel like there's room for failure.
It's just a very Japanese way of handling things.
Yeah, think of it this way: you have 20 products, 19 of them do really well, but one of them falls flat on its ass. It's that one that falls flat on its ass that everyone remembers. Everyone will talk about that and talk about how bad it is. They won't remember the other 19. It's like that.
I suppose so.
That one that failed that they'll remember.
Yeah.
So I think he's trying to say he wants it, but I think they've approached it in the right way and what they've done, and I think they're trying to rebuild that image, and I think that segues quite nicely into the the screenshot dump we got for 14.
Oh, good lord! Yes,
gorgeous interface. Oh my god, a gorgeous interface.
Yeah, there's so many small details that just fawn over, and really.
Mail cat.
Mail me
cat.
Well, see, this is what I don't understand. Now, I was trying to rationalize this the other day. Now, I don't know what the storyline is. Like, I know there's something that's going to fall down and crash, but, like, is it going to land and just completely rearrange the entire world and make it more pretty?
No, it's...
Well, I mean, help me out here.
Well, some of the storyline that's recently been released says that when that falls, there'll be nothing left but a smouldering crater. So,
which is obviously not the case.
No, so obviously it's the case.
Right, that's what I don't understand.
Obviously, there's a storyline that's leading up now. We're going to do something about that. Our characters joined by the armies of X, Y, and Z are going to go up there, do something. I don't think it succeeds to the full word of the law, so to speak. It's still going to fall, but I don't feel its full impact will be felt.
I think it's not going to fall completely. I feel like it's going to be incredibly close. What you can see in a number of screenshots is that like aetheryte crystals are pulled out of the ground and like ley lines are laid bare under the ground. So what I'm thinking is some sort of magnetic pull between Dalamud, which is falling down to the planet, and like all the magical energy in our planet itself that just like getting pulled up to Dalamud, and that's like breaking open the ground and just rearranging everything, and that's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And I think there's going to be some time between the events after patch 1.23 and 2.0, because I'm looking at those screenshots from the area around Gridania, and that doesn't look like it happened overnight.
No, it certainly is a dramatic change if that's what...
So you saying that, like, so do you think that we'll log out one night, we'll log back in, but it's not going to look like that immediately? It's going to be kind of a gradual shift?
Yeah, so what they already mentioned is that come 1.23, the areas are going to change already. So we're going to see a change now at 1.23, and then we're going to see...
When is that again?
July, August? July, I think.
Okay.
So we're going to see a change there. Then we're going to do the final fight against Neil Van Darness, the White Raven, and that will pave the way for 2.0, and that'll probably show us some more changes, and probably some time has passed. New vegetation has grown. We have rebuilt several things. And I think that's what's going to happen. What do you think, Jeremy?
See, what What makes me laugh is the fact that we're going to be allowed to change race. I'm not going to, but I'm just trying to think of those people like and all of a sudden you're now a Lalafell. You went from an Elvon to a Lalafell. Well, you know.
I mean, they've already said by the time 2.0 beta comes out, it's very likely there'll be some downtime. They'll switch off this version, obviously, for a while, then it goes up to the beta, which initially we probably won't be able to play our original characters. We'll have to play beta characters. So we'll go through that process with that before they because they need time to transmit everything over and sort of put it through translation to the new system.
Some of us were thinking about how that's going to work out, like how you'll be able to get into the beta, and I said, I wonder if those of us who were in the original beta will kind of have priority. Those of us who have been playing since the beginning.
It's linked to the Legacy campaign.
No, it actually isn't. No, it isn't.
I didn't read up on it yet, so.
I read Legacy campaign.
There's an interview that distinctly says it will not be linked to the Legacy campaign. I misread it once because I thought it was linked to the Legacy campaign. Then I read it twice over, and it says it doesn't. It's not linked to Legacy, but it is linked to people that are playing right now.
I read that.
Right now will get priority, but it means
I read that.
But that means that people that are playing right now and will not be eligible for Legacy will be eligible to gain access to the beta. There's distinction there.
I get you.
Nonetheless, people who are playing now probably...
It's a way of making it up to those who missed out on Legacy campaign.
I guess, yeah, maybe. Then again, you need as much people for beta testing as humanly possible.
Right. I got so mad when we had the original beta because I actually never got an invite. I was using somebody else's.
Oh yeah.
He just gave it to me because he didn't like it.
Uh-huh.
He signed up for it twice using 2 different emails, and he got invites on both emails.
By the way, Sonny, I just looked up. You are right. It's not titled. I misread that. So.
Yeah, I was looking for it again. Didn't mean to call you out, but yeah, I misread.
I will slap you down, bitch.
I misread it as well. It's really hard to remain.
But there you go, folks. Quality show for you. We check our facts.
I don't.
No, he doesn't. But then again, he's got the soundboard.
I don't. You got to tell me everything. I don't read. I got to put this out there. What do you think about this whole jumping thing?
I don't care.
Of them. No.
No, I don't particularly.
I don't. I just don't. I don't see why. I don't see the need.
Okay, so
I don't really carry the weight, but I don't. It's something I think I can live without.
Yeah, so jumping in MMOs is just a way to easily traverse the landscape. Some MMOs use jumping for tactical advantage, like jumping over attacks or whatever.
Dragoon.
No, but most MMOs just use it for traversal, like jumping over a small hill or whatever.
Well, we need that because it's so annoying that we can't do that in 14 when running through those outer areas of just those small kind of ridges that you can't walk down.
Yeah, and this is why you want jump.
Well, see, but I thought they would just fix that and just let us walk down. I thought with the new landscape that's going to go away. Yeah,
but they fixed it by giving us jump. And
I don't want jump.
Yeah, the problem is...
Don't use it.
The problem is...
I'm a Dragoon, I do use it.
Are we talking about jump as in the ability or jump as in... Jump?
No, as jumping, like just walking and literally jump.
As in press space bar.
I'm kind of glad they didn't put into the functionality of it actually being used in battles. It's kind of nice.
Say what?
I just...
you won't be able to jump to avoid attacks or anything.
No.
But don't people just like... Good. Don't people, like, in World of Warcraft, don't they, like, spam the shit out of that ability? That's what I'm afraid of.
And you will see that, unfortunately. That is going to be a big thing.
It kind of depends on what server you are on, of course.
They just do it. Like, it just seems like they do it to be obnoxious, and that's just one of those things I don't like.
Yeah. Yeah, but, that's basically why people jump.
As long as I can use jump to get over those annoying environment blocks that I often run into on my Chocobo or on foot, I will be happy.
Yeah.
I will be eternally grateful.
That's exactly why I want jumping, just for a bit of traversal, and that's it. But then, if you want to give me jump, then also give me swim. Give me ability to just jump in a lake.
Oh man,
and cross the lake while swimming.
Can you imagine if we were able to swim?
That would be kind of. That would. I'm gonna swim to Limsa.
I kind of feel like they decided to implement it because oh my god, every modern MMO has it, so we kind of need to have it as well.
Yeah, it seems to be a very much peer pressure thing.
I hope they don't fall to that too much. I mean, jumping is kind of harmless; it's not too offensive, but I hope they keep using common sense. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, they don't.
Well, because they were saying that they were. I remember a while ago they said that they were experimenting with jump, and I was just kind of going, why? I just don't feel the need to have it.
You
right
see
now.
You see why now though?
No.
Still no. You were mentioning how it was annoying that we had to walk like past small hills and such. But
I think that they should just adjust it and let us walk down it. I don't. That's just how I feel about it.
Walk up, walk down, and up.
Exactly.
Thanks, Mario.
Yeah, I mean, if I could have that sound effect as I jump, then okay, I'll be doing it all the time. But
well, Final Fantasy.
I don't know.
Final Fantasy 2.
I don't have a jumping need.
Yeah, you're not really jumping Jack Flash.
You're not into the whole jump.
Just I will jump if I can use it as an attack. Thus, I am a Dragon.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump.
Yes.
Talking of jumping and all that good stuff.
How are you going to use this? What's this a segue to?
This is a segue to the Queen Jelly.
How?
You played Dragoon.
How
is this?
You played Dragoon and you jump.
Wow.
It's an obvious link for me. But then again, my brain is quite different to everyone else, so it's fine.
Do you just try to find segues into everything?
I try. Does it work?
No.
No. You'll be like, and speaking of sushi, because you ate sushi that day on Queen Jelly.
You could have done. I don't know what you were eating then. Could have been a damn jam sandwich for all I know.
And speaking of pointy things, and you had a polearm that day on Dragoon that you used on Queen Jelly.
While jumping.
While jumping. Backwards. Up the snow.
And speaking of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
Give me one.
I want to see what you can get into as a segue. I just want to see what you can use as a segue.
You challenge accepted.
I just want to see how ridiculous it'll be for you to...
Challenge accepted. I could.
Oh, this is going to be something I'm going to regret majorly.
Oh, yes. Just like giving you a soundboard.
Fact.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Exactly.
So
just roll the damn tape so we can continue talking about 14.
And speaking of Final Fantasy 11, which is an MMO, just like 14.
I honestly don't know which segue was worse.
Well, you know that mine is. You know that mine suck on purpose, right? Like I'm not trying to make it good.
Neither is Sheridan. No.
Yes, he is. Yes, of course he is. Oh, yeah, he is.
As soon as he said, roll the damn tape.
Right.
So it should be noted, I say, we had this to a science. This is not one of those episodes.
Can I say something? In an earlier, I think in the last or first episode of this show that we recorded, this podcast,
yeah,
you said that we were not going to make YouTube videos where we address the audience and told them how to do something. But that's exactly what we do in this video right here.
Yeah, pretty much.
I addressed the viewers on this.
Except we failed in this particular video.
No, we didn't fail. We saw Queen Jelly, but we won. Queen Jelly, remember Queen Jelly popped?
Oh yeah, she was at 1%, wasn't she? And then...
Oh, spoilers.
Oh no, Dumbledore's dead.
Not tanking it, so you heal. You heal and do damage. You're like a white mage, but better.
This is... Oh, yeah, this is a... What was this, 40 cap? Yeah, 40 cap.
Oh, the lovely day of caps. I remember them so well.
Wow. I can honestly say I have never, properly attempted or finished
Everything.
a BCNM fight ever.
Really?
Wow.
I think
You still
I
owe us
went,
money from this, by the way.
I think I went
It's high
into
time
one.
The, YouTube users
maybe.
know who we are. This is Viceroy speaking.
This is
the one
Viceroy
looking at
speaking,
you
the one looking
through the
at you.
camera, right in front of you. The dragon.
I'm the British one.
What were we trying to ultimate? Was this with the semi-knee?
Paladin.
What did you get out of this? I forget. What were we trying
I
to
just
get?
had seals, and I thought, hey, let's do this. We can actually.
Baracus is the one I'm pointing at. Oh, really?
You just spoke.
I think this is a case of we could do this. Let's see what we get out of it. We can make-
Yeah, but there was some. I feel like there was some rare item, as there always was, that we were trying to get. Does Utsasami Ni drop out of this, possibly?
It could do. Might do.
I don't even
Possibly.
know. I bought mine. I don't even know.
This is going to be
Yeah,
the only
so
one I'm going
I-
to record. I'm not going to do the other one.
When I had money.
So-
This is brutal.
Yeah, this is a
We haven't even.
fight though.
I should have waited till we actually walked into the fight.
Oh wow, the bounding boots. Now I gotta put
Recording us talking to each other for about 3 minutes.
Yeah, and I love how you are just addressing the audience like, this is how you do X, Y, and Z. So one of the few videos we actually tried to instruct you on how not to fail it. We
Oh, you're wearing the Eisen gear.
This is
I-
Jared.
You've got a
Obsessed with my wyvern.
kite shield?
Yes, that's a kite shield.
Kite shield. That's the one you get when you unlock Paladin, I think, right?
I think so, yeah. All I remember is I think I pulled whatever I had at the time out of my cap gear storage, and that's what I found.
So you needed me for this because you needed piercing damage on these things.
Yes, piercing damage is amazing.
I forgot it.
I think it was double thrust that just completely...
Totally
Decimate.
destroyed them. Yeah, there was one move you did which was like completely
On the other one, I can get this
just
one.
made them go. So yeah,
Oh, I think
You guys are
in the-
right, by the way. It does drop Tsusumi Ni and the Mana Ring, which was.
Thank
I
you,
just thought of.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, you're
yes, much appreciated, Mr. Wikipedia. But yeah, so that
Oh, look at that.
must be
Yeah.
near for me then, for someone or just to sell.
Just probably just to sell and get money with.
Yeah.
Oh, no. My guess... No. No, never mind. I was going to say maybe Baracus needed it
Status effect.
for his sub job, maybe?
Possibly.
I don't know. Who cares?
I always
Who cares?
loved this BCNM because it was so very simple. It was just a case of run clockwise and kill all the things.
I'm wearing the Iron Scale gear, which I really liked at the time, but it gave you no stats at all.
No, it was pretty much
Didn't
useless.
give you anything.
You would love it. You would love
Oh, absolutely would love it.
Oh yeah, we had a Yagudo drinks as well for our MP
Oh.
because I had to act as I had the double duty up as a healer as well.
Yak
You-
drinks and cookies.
This was when we, and not to say that this wouldn't be the case if we were to play it today, but we used to just have we tried to prepare for every single contingency.
We did, and I thought it was fantastic.
That's why I never had any storage space. I was carrying all these pointless items on me.
Talking of pointlessness, you're stuck. You can't seem to do any damage right now.
Oh, I thought you were going to say talking of pointlessness. Look at my pointy
Stick.
pull-on.
Yeah, that is a mighty pointy stick. Too bad it's a bit
There was
dull.
a time sale
You
when
can't use it, so
that
it's.
went all wrong.
Dude, I was the one doing all the damage. What are you
No,
talking
fair
about?
point actually. These things were very
Well, I don't
resilient
think I'm ever
against
gonna be
my particular form of damage.
able to walk
You were
around.
healing. See, and I could still attack that way. Only had
I
access
can't
to
jump from
jump. I don't
Jump.
think I had high jump. I forget what level that is.
Sasquiad.
But see, I have all the hate, Mr. Paladin.
Exactly.
No, absolutely you do, and I wasn't even, if I was trying, I probably would have kept it, but case was I was too busy trying to keep the person with hate alive.
So are you telling me that when you did this BCNM, you were never trying?
I don't think I was, no. I didn't see the point.
Weren't these fights?
What do you mean you didn't see the point? What are you talking about? You didn't see the point.
I was going to end up curing someone anyway, if it's myself or someone else. It didn't really seem to matter to me. It's like,
See the
Only-
point.
fights where plus it was hitting
See
you
the
anyway.
pointy end of my. You see the pointy end of my stick?
No, you mean the dull end of it? Yeah, I see that.
One that does all the damage. Yeah.
He's not so smart.
Weren't these fights also capped on the number of people that could enter it? No,
Yep.
not just the level.
Yep, could
This
only bring
was-
3 people in on this.
Fine.
I think yeah.
But there's 4 of you in there.
I think there's someone sat outside though. There's definitely
No,
not
there's
4 of
somebody
us.
outside.
Oh, okay. So there's 4 in the party.
I don't know who it is though, because I can't read the log.
I can't. No.
Pixelated log for the win.
Those things are getting dangerously close.
Maybe
This is looking bad.
maybe Argent. It looks like Argent Land. Maybe it looks
Plus,
like an
I know
egg.
we're basically just running through this constantly, just
It's not
spamming our
because
fields.
of why.
We did this a lot. We did this. tons of times. This was probably like
Own the other one as best you can.
middle of doing a bunch this day. Like I didn't record all of them, but I think we just did one. We did a bunch that
We
day.
did a bunch that day, yeah. This is the one that we ended up recording. It's also the only one that ended up spawning Queen.
Oh, that's when my wyvern would do the wrong breath attack and it would heal it.
Yep.
Heal the jellies. That's when you had no control over its breath attacks.
That little
'Cause mine's just
bastard.
64%.
The one that you wanted to have its babies.
I'm almost done.
Indeed.
Mm.
Talking of look at them in the middle. There we go.
Hi, Queen Jelly.
We're gonna have to fight it with its 1%
No,
hate.
And you know, we were like, we're pretty much like all hell's gonna break loose if Queen Jelly shows up.
Strong, though.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be terrible, and then we saw.
Oh, there she is.
I don't know. We
Uh-oh.
got it. Oh, or not.
Did we even?
That's a very nervous laugh.
Oh wow, the difficulty.
Alright, well.
1%.
We have seen Queen
Oh,
Jelly
dear
for the
me.
first time.
God, I can't even listen to my own voice. I hate it.
1%.
This is how you do it.
We still won, though.
There.
That is how
God.
you
This is
do
how
Thanks,
you do
Jelly.
it, but you can't see.
Ice.
Now I wish
Nice.
we could see what we're gonna get out of this chest. Let's shout about it.
Well, you're not gonna be able to see. We probably didn't. We didn't get any that day though.
Wow, what the hell?
We never got any. We never
This
got
is
any.
my orb.
Because I don't know whose orb we used.
This is my
Fade out.
This is my
Oh,
I got
I can't-
all of a race.
can't read it.
Him-
Erase.
A scroll of erase. How helpful.
I'd like to erase this. And speaking of erase, I'd like to erase this from my memory.
You are so
Like
watty.
we said, it was still easy. We saw Queen Jelly.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, there's your bow, your
Still-
polite bow. Thank you, audience. This is how you do it.
Goodbye, YouTube users. Hope you enjoyed.
I told you, people. I did not endorse this. Not at all.
Yes, you did. There.
Well,
Queen Jelly. Such fun.
that
Yeah.
had to have been the BCNM that I've done the most in 11, and I really hated it.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
really hated it.
I never did much in the way of BCNMs in 11, but that was one that I probably put most of my effort
That
into.
one and Double Dragonian, because I was always obsessed with getting a, what the hell was the name of it? The Dissector. Not Sword, the Dissector.
And did you ever get Dissector?
I did.
Nice.
Turns out it wasn't really that great. It just looked cool, but it wasn't, it was alright. It really,
I think I did one with bats,
hmm
but that's I don't really even remember much of it. And that's probably the only BCNM I ever did.
Yeah.
As mentioned before, I never got really far into the whole 11 thing, much less endgame.
Yeah.
Not until
Things
not
like
until you met us, right?
Not until I met you guys. No, definitely.
Until you joined our lovely troop. So yeah.
So, yeah.
So I'm sorry, did you want to talk more about E3 again? Did I interrupt you? I'm sorry.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's unfortunately right now there's not much to talk about with 14 apart from a whole lot of speculation, and I mean even the interviews that have been posted mainly have the same information. What I didn't like, and I mentioned this to Jared in off hours.
Mhm.
Off duty, so to say.
Off duty around the back by having a smoke.
Yeah. I noticed that Square Enix had decided to not do any promotion on its own right now, and they're kind of letting the press handle it, and I feel like that's a bad call on their part.
Yeah.
I mean, where's the promotion side? I know they said like around or after E3, but I don't see why you would do that. Even the decision to not show the trailer is kind of weird to me. I mean, I know it's only CG, but you want people to get excited about things, and they said we don't want to just release a trailer and be done with it, but instead of giving you a trickle of information, we would want to give you a whole lot of information. I don't feel like they really held up their end of the bargain in that way. They could have released the CG trailer since it's done. They could have released the CG trailer and give us more information.
What was his reasoning behind that again? What did he say?
Well, what they said, basically was that they didn't want to show the trailer and be done with it. Instead, they wanted to focus on different things being more like gameplay related, like the screenshots and showing off the new UI and stuff. And just showing a CG trailer wouldn't give us any information about the game, just a lot of like visual fluff, and that'd be it. So I can see that, but what I don't see is why I couldn't have my cake and eat it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just think that if they wanted to show gameplay, wouldn't it stand the reason to show a trailer of it? Because we've seen all this 2.0 stuff, we've seen screenshots, but we haven't actually seen it in action yet.
No, because the trailer was going to be just CG, and nothing in game.
I don't know. I want to see gameplay stuff though. I actually want to see this working.
Definitely.
Oh yes, I mean, I feel like they really missed a trick there without doing all that. I feel like they're trying to make it viral in a sense, let the media do it and let people get interested and dive into it. But
yeah,
I think
because
it won't work.
There has been very positive. There has been some very positive interviews around. The one that 1UP did was really good.
Yeah.
The one from IGN was very positive.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the media is realizing that might just turn around.
An old dog can, in fact, learn new tricks, so to speak.
The one thing that they are doing, which I think I pretty much guessed a long time ago, was when this whole thing was announced, was when they said that they're just gonna, pretty much give us an entirely new game. And that's what I thought. That's what I figured was going to happen. They were just going to kick out the game from beneath us and put something in its place.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going to pretty much promote the game as if it never came out before. I still think that's what's going to happen. I think they're just going to treat this as if 14 never happened, at least to the general public.
They kind of have to, since they now have to promote the PS3 version, which I've seen it mentioned somewhere that they're going to promote the PS3 version as if it was an entirely new product, because since it's going to be like a new product for PS3, they need to get people like excited all over again. Really
quickly before because we do have somebody I'm going to bring into this little dog and pony show. I found this this piece of artwork that on FFXI Age's Facebook page. How many of you remember that night? How many of you remember that nightmarish scene?
Oh, that's all too familiar.
Oh yes.
Because I was on Facebook doing something.
Punch!
Oh my god, that was the worst. Because I mean, I know we kind of covered this sort of hellish thing on the last one, but like, I can just remember like partying in the dunes, and then once you aggroed something. There was just exactly, there was no escape. But you just maybe you might link an extra pugil and you're like, oh, this might be rough, and then all of a sudden the goblin comes out of nowhere, and then as soon as that bogey shows up, it's like you just got to surrender. There's just no way to get away from this now.
Yeah, unless there's a PL there, you are.
Everything just came out of nowhere, and like all hell broke. Yeah,
it was
just
a party, and your bodies were the dance floor.
Yeah, and then somebody delevels, they lose, and and as soon as that person delevels, that's when they say, "You guys suck, I'm leaving," and like half the party drops.
Oh, memories.
And then it's always, and the people and the ones that stick around are like the thief and the monk and the warrior. Like you just can't even do anything at that point. All the key people leave, and you're like, "You want to try to rebuild?" And I'm like, no, that's okay. I'm gonna seek.
I'm just gonna.
And then 10 minutes later, you get an invite from that same person. Hey, I got more people. It's like no.
That's okay.
And you just kind of hold that one fuck up over their head for the rest of the time that you know them.
Yeah, it's like anytime you see them, it's like I remember what happened at Dunes.
Yep. That's always what it was. All right. If it's all right with any of you, I'm going to bring somebody in here. He's an old friend.
Old friend.
An old friend. An old friend of ours. Remember Saskiot?
Yeah, sure.
Sasquiot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Sasquiot.
Here is the man, the legend, the individual
there?
himself, still dialing,
got-
and I will stretch this out as long as it takes until he
Oh, you got the
picks up
phone?
that phone. Saskiot!
There?
Good afternoon, and thank you for calling Sally's Pizza, where one large order gets you an hour in the back room with Sally. And due to her lactating condition, you get free extra cheese on all large orders.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, you fumbled there, but you picked it up. I like it. I like your style.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've...
Sit down. Shut up.
This is my way of making it up to you for for 2 failed podcast pilots.
Hey,
Nice.
first one's a charm. It just needed
go.
added British.
The show was dying, Sass, and we needed you to come in and save it.
Okay.
So
So where are we
Saskia.
at so far?
Since obviously people have seen you in the videos, obviously, but may not have heard from you from a while. So tell us who you are and which Final Fantasy you're playing, and if
Tell us a little bit
tell
about
us
yourself.
about yourself.
Okay.
I can tell you, actually, before he does that, I actually did meet Sass in person in 2008 at the Fan Festival in Hollywood.
In Hollywood, on the Boulevard.
Hollywood.
Yes.
I didn't even know we didn't. But the thing is, we didn't even know each other.
He was there. Photographers taking pictures of him, looking classy, and then you walked up to him looking like a drunk hobo. I was like, "You're the guy."
Well, him and Eridon were kind of like embraced the entire time, so I didn't even know who he was.
Vice got jealous.
Oh yeah.
Although I did get a nice candid photo of Sass.
Oh my. Oh my. Blackmail material right there.
No, Sass knows which one I'm talking about.
Yes. Though we did get a couple of pictures with Vice and Eridon that were pretty hot and steamy.
But do you know that I brought a camera with me that weekend? I only took like 12 pictures, and I'm a pretty good photographer. Every single picture I took sucked. Like every single one I took just came out horrible.
Well done, Vice. Well done.
Yeah.
So the picture I got of Sass was an accident.
Oh, I'm sure he's glad to hear that.
Yeah, when he told me
that's-
that, I was like, really? So you accidentally took a good picture, and that was the only good picture you took.
Actually, it turned out to be the best picture of the weekend, in my opinion.
So that means that you gotta accidentally do more things and get them right.
Yeah.
I agree.
But Saskiot, we tried to do a podcast twice before, and we wanted Saskiot to be our announcer.
He has got that voice for radio.
Our Don LaFontaine, if you will.
Yes.
And unfortunately, those shows never really got off the ground.
Yeah.
They're recorded, just never aired.
Never aired, and I don't think anyone's ever going to hear them.
Don't bug us about it.
Yeah, don't send us messages. We're not releasing it. No.
Well, we had them at the last one that we did, which I think actually did show a lot of promise, but it became very chaotic very quickly.
Yeah.
Because we had about eight people in there.
Yep.
And we couldn't, we had the whole. It's almost like we had that show too planned.
Yeah. I think that was the only one we actually wrote a script for.
Yep.
We wrote a script.
Oh, wow.
You had a script. Though we had some good things, though. I think. I mean, we did this right when 14 came out, and 14 was not really getting a good reception, and it wasn't. Its future was kind of in doubt. So, and people were complaining, and we just kind of thought, let's just make fun of it and let's just have a good time. Let's just make fun of the whole situation.
Yeah.
Right.
So I remember we had Asmodia. He gave us the top 10 things to do when Final Fantasy 14 crashes.
Very Letterman.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes, exactly. Our top 10 list, Letterman.
We had our
But,
sketch comedy bit.
We had a sketch comedy bit, which
Yes.
where we had a sketch comedy bit where we pretended that we were calling up Square Enix because we needed help installing 14 on a Windows 95 machine.
Also, a little bit as an intro, we kind of had a semi-in-character bit where we walked around the world in our as our characters.
But Sass, are you playing? You're not in. Are you in 14 right now?
Actually, I tried to log in today, but I remembered I reformatted my computer.
Oh no.
And I'm reinstalling it.
Well, at least you're reinstalling it.
Yeah, I paid for it last night to play, and it's not even in my computer.
So what did you do? Go to the icon, you're like, where is it?
I went to the page directly to pay, and then I figured, you know what? I'll dive in today. Surprise, everybody. Where the hell is it? Here's 11. It's 14. Then I remembered, only my computer at work still has 14.
Oh, so he gets to play at work.
Oh, my.
You want to explain that to your boss?
It's testing out computer hardware.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to be jealous of you when 2.0 comes out.
No, my computer at work, I'm constantly swapping out video cards to test out new games. 14.
Are you
The 14's one of them.
Are you still in 11?
You know what? I was there last month, but I haven't popped in this month. So actually, I think it's like two months ago since I've been in.
Any specific?
So what? Yeah.
What still drives you to play 11? Why do you still play? What allures you to it?
I'm sitting on 30 million gil.
Good reason. That's a good enough reason.
That is a very good reason.
I am just hoarding it to see how much I can get.
I can live with that. It seems sensible.
Fair enough.
I don't think I ever had that much money in that game. I think the most I ever had was like maybe 15 mil.
Wow.
But
Only 15 mil.
No, I told friends the stories how I accidentally came into that money, and they just give me the dirtiest looks.
So, share with us how you came into such fat loops.
Well, I was AFK one day in South Sandy, and just little backstory, I've been playing since the US PC beta of 11. So...
He just went to a website and bought it, that's all.
Oh, good lord, no. Sorry, good old Tana.
What was it? He just went to IGE.com, you know?
And you're the one who knows the website address.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
Hey, listen to me.
Skill sites.
Jared, back in our heyday, I remember you saying that you thought about doing that a couple times.
I think anyone's lying if they never said they've even remotely considered it.
I never considered it.
I think you're lying.
I was tempted into it, but never did it simply because I don't want these sites having my credit card information.
Yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I didn't do it. It's like, yeah, no thanks.
Well, you know why I didn't do it? You know why I didn't do it? Because I'm so paranoid. I said as soon as I click accept, the FBI is going to come banging down on my door and arrest me.
You bought Gil in an online game.
Buying Gil, for spending, I don't even know what the prices were. I will, look, it was definitely, I do know people did think about it.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. I don't think you remember this. Okay.
69.
I got it. All right. Well, speaking of content IDs,
nice segue.
There was a time early on when we were all hanging out in Skype. This is very, very early, maybe 5 years ago. Jaredon said he had to mute for a second. Now, he didn't. I think he thought he muted, and he didn't. And he was logging in, and he recited his content ID and password out loud.
Amazing, yes.
Nice.
I heard him saying it.
Did you log in as him?
And I'm like, hey, Jaredon. And he's like, well, I thought you were muted. I'm like, no. And I remember saying his content ID back to him. And he's like, do you remember that?
I still remember my content ID today.
No, but do you remember that?
I remember that incident, yes. I very quickly changed my password.
You paranoid bastard.
Well, no, because I said to him, this is early on, I said, don't worry, I'm not going to log in. I want to play on a good character.
Exactly, hence why I changed my password so quickly. But yeah, so anyway, money, Sass. So how did you come into this?
Anyway, yeah.
Yes, about my money. Well, back in the day,
Speaking of money,
once the relics were introduced, people were selling the 100 bind bills for about 5 to 10 mil. Mm-hmm. So I decided, hey, you know what? I'm working on my Sam relic, so I'll just put it up old school prices, and nobody will buy them. They'll just ask, hey, can you drop the price? Or, hey, dude, you put a couple extra zeros there. And I just tell them, no, that's the price. You want it, you buy it. You don't, that's fine. I keep it. So I had about 12 100 bind bills for 10 mil a pop.
Yeah.
And 2 of them sold while I was AFK. I came back. I sent the guy a tell. I go, hey, you kind of overpaid. If you want, I'll give you back the extra money for the bind bills, and that'll be fine. You can keep the bind bills. Because, I mean, guy paid 20 mil for 2 100 bind bills. I felt guilty. I was like, come on, just take the money back, keep the bind bills. I'll just keep a mil, and it'll be even.
Yeah.
The guy never responded, never replied. I never saw him again.
So you made out.
Yeah, I tried to do the right thing, and the guy, I don't know if he was AFK, if he was freaking out, jumped out a window because he just lost 20 mil, what? So I'm telling my link shell,
3 weeks flat.
I'm like, hey, does anybody want this guy? Yeah, pretty much. And he just never replied. My link shell was freaking out, thinking I was just kidding. And nobody knew the guy, so I ended up keeping the money. So a couple of weeks later, I'm in Lower Juneau, running around, to get Signet. Somebody buys a bind bail from me. And I was just thinking, what the hell, again? Awesome, but I go, and this time I see the person. They're running. I'm chasing after this Taru, going, hey, you overpaid for that bind bail. Here, let me give you your money back. Because I figured I could just use the mill to buy myself another bind bail, and it works out that way.
Uh-huh.
So I'm chasing after this Taru, and this Taru is just running from me, and I'm thinking, did my reputation of eating Taru precede me here? He's running for his life. He is hauling ass. I see him hit flee, and I'm like, okay, so I send the guy a tell. It says, no English. That he doesn't speak English. I was like, okay. So I just put down money. I can have this. And the guy never replied, so I ended up keeping another 10 mil.
I gotta bring this up because I was trying to tell this to somebody the other day. Sass, do you remember this time? This is when we were on Cerberus. I start laughing when I tell the story. Do you remember doing Lamia 13?
Oh,
it was God. You.
Oh, I remember.
It was you, it was me, it was Haladar, and it was Tom too.
Yeah.
Now, you guys remember how easy that assault Lamia 13 is?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's easy.
You just can't go wrong.
No, you can't fail.
Well, we were having one of those nights where everything was going wrong. Now, I just remember us being up really late. I mean, for me, it was like 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we started getting a little slap happy. Sash, you gotta help me out. Like, what happens? Like, didn't you glitch and you could walk on the water or something? And like, what happened?
Oh, me and the glitches. That's only one of many glitches that I experienced with the game.
But that night though, like,
I was walking on water, literally.
He became Jesus. He became the Messiah. But we did. I'm trying to remember like what happened. But like we were doing Lamia 13. He keeps glitching. We keep dying. Now I'm on Blue Mage. Tam2's on White Mage. Saskiot and Haladar are like on Samurai. It's like you can't go wrong. You know, it's easy, but like everything and anything just kept going wrong. We kept dying. We ran out of time.
Yeah.
Oh God, 30 minutes, ran out of time. So, and we're just all kind of sitting there giggling, and you know, we don't even know what's going on. We can't even really focus. So I'll never forget. The time we actually reached breaking point. I remember Saskiot disconnected.
Oh, oh dear.
We had already been out of the assault at this point anyway. He disconnects, right? And we're all sitting there like, you know, again, we're kind of giggling and just laughing. So then he logs back in, and he says, "Guys," it's like he forgot that he DC'd.
I forgot that I disconnected.
He forgot that he DC'd. He literally just logged right back in, and he forgets that he DC'd, and he says, "Guys, what happened to the party?"
Really?
And as soon as he said it, we just remember that we
Yeah.
just completely lost it at that point.
It's like if
dear.
I logged in my sleep.
Oh dear.
It's like he literally just disconnected. He gets back on, and then he says, "What happened to the party?" It's like he just forgot that he DC'd.
Oops.
And then we all completely lose
We
it.
lost.
Oh my god, I have tears streaming down my face. And I just remember I said at one point when I was actually able to breathe and get a word out, I said, "What are we laughing at? What is so funny?" I remember Halidar. He's laughing so hard. He's going. He goes, "I don't know."
I think everyone has literally just lost their minds.
The best thing about it though was the fact that Lamia 13, again, very very easy, but we ran out of time. We timed out.
Well, it's kind of hard when your samurai's walking on water.
Oh my god. No, I would think it'd be easier because by then you're Jesus and you can do anything.
Instant
Or
win.
God.
Instant
Cool
win.
time.
Oh no, but that was just that. It was obvious. Like, okay, we all need to log out now.
Yeah.
We all need to just log off and go to separately.
You know,
Oh,
life
man.
is not worth living anymore.
But I mean, I know that this is like we focus mostly on 14, but we can also go back and talk about 11. But like, did you guys ever have any moments like that in the time that you played 11, like where it's just complete and utter stupidity?
All the time. Seriously.
Like just from
Man.
yeah.
That's not the first time a glitch has got me in trouble.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
C.
Yes, I'm very familiar.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
I know of it.
The glitch there.
Okay.
We got you, C.
Yeah.
Is it with you guys that I got C?
No, Suni.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got
Oh.
Suni C.
Well,
I was going to say we got you C, man, but
during an event, I forgot where it is I was running to. Probably it was a Limbus run. Next thing I know, I'm running underwater. I somehow fell through the floor.
Oh dear.
remember that glitch. It was a hole.
Yeah, there was a hole in the water, and I fell down, and I was running under it, and I was like, wait, why is there a shark in front of me?
Well, here goes my theory.
You're gonna
Here goes my theory that Final Fantasy XI was actually a very stable and well-polished game.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have no idea. I somehow kept finding glitches that were just ridiculous.
You weren't an adventurer, you were a glitch hunter.
I can, yeah.
In Windy Woods, was it Windy Woods? You know where the Great Fountain is in the center? There's a little bridge.
Oh, yeah.
I somehow fell off the bridge.
How?
Wow.
I was able to run in and out of that little cove right there, that little cave. And I would just run out and yell boo to scare people who'd run by waiting for GM to show up. To fish me
I'll tell
out.
you know what glitch I loved? Do you remember the glitch that took you from Whitegate to Nashmau? The boat would be like instantaneous.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like the way the airships in 14 are now. You just get there immediately.
Ah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had that happen to me once. It's like, wait a minute. Wasn't there a... What?
Oh, you guys
But whenever
you guys want
Yeah.
to hear an airship glitch?
Oh, yeah.
I never got to play with that glitch when you can fall off.
No, not that one. This happened to me, and people were flipping out. I was flipping out at this one. A GM had trouble locating me because of this glitch. I became an NPC on the airship from Windy to Juneau.
What?
My name went from white to green. And I was like, what? Okay, I'm on the airship going from Windy to Juneau. I disconnect
We
somewhere
have an
along the
NPC
way.
in our link show.
I come back, and I'm like, oh, good, I'm still on the airship. I'm not at the dock, so maybe the ship didn't make it, or I'm on the ship going back, or something. The next thing I know, I see Juneau. I'm like, okay, great. Wait, I've never been this far before. Wow, this thing's going all the way up to Rulu Garden. The next thing I know,
What?
I'm flying back to Windy, and there's people on the ship. I'm like,
What?
I'm like, where'd these guys come from? And then after a few minutes, I'm flying back to Juneau. And people are poking me while I'm on the ship. And they're like, hey, is there some event going on that I don't know about? And I was like, what event? Where is it? And
This is how NPCs are born.
Oh my god, it's a live event, guys.
Oh my god, the NPC's in our link shell.
yeah, so I sent a GM call to get me off the airship. At this point, I'm going to a party, and the guy who was leading the party was sending me messages saying, dude, where the hell are you? Why are you still in the airship? And I said, I don't know. I called a GM. I don't know what's going on. And a GM sends me a message finally, sends me a tell, asking me, what airship am I on because they can't locate me.
That's when you know you're in trouble.
Yeah. So finally the GM, after about 10 minutes, finds me. And I was like, hey, is there a way you could drop me off in front of my party? Because the guy thinks I'm messing with him, and I really need the EXP.
Can you give me a lift to get to my party?
Yeah. So the GM tells me, no, I could only take you to your home point. And I was like, okay, can you drop me off at the home point Crystal in Lower Juneau then?
What year is this, by the way? How long ago was this?
This was like in 2007, I think.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
This was back in the day.
Did he drop you off at your crystal?
No, he dropped me off. He dropped me off at the Lower Juneau home point Crystal where everybody was. And the GM was really nice. The GM said, thanks for your help. We really needed that. Then takes off. And the party leader's like, what the hell?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. You have more glitch stories than anyone I ever know. I think I only ever had a couple of glitches max. And I think that variable between Whitegate and Nashville was one of them.
Yeah.
One time, I can tell you this, when I was on Dragoon, when I was actually able to fight imps now, I was fighting an imp, and it hit me while I was in the middle of jumping. So I jumped up, and I never came down.
That was the most super jump of them all.
Yeah, I was about
seriously, I jumped up, and I never came down.
That's an
then I did come down, and then I did, but then I was like kind of stuck in the air. And I'm like, I have a screenshot of it someplace, and I was like, and I couldn't move. But there was some glitch, like it was like the moment the animation got up, the thing hit me, and I kind of froze for a minute. Then I go up, and I never came back down.
Wow. No, I remember for a while there's a glitch where when the airships are landing, it looks like they're filling up with water, and you can see right through them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you remember that glitch? Like when you'd be, this is a long time ago, when you'd be standing waiting for the airship, and you would see like a bunch of people coming toward you, like where the airship would be. Like the airship became transparent. You couldn't see it. They would just be like people floating towards you.
And you're able to run off into the dock on the water, waiting for the airship.
Rolling about laughing. It's so funny.
Oh, that's terrible.
See, I don't remember a lot of glitches. Like I just remember the thing that I most remember, just moments like I had with Saskiot, where like, you know, when he says what happened to the party, and we just all descend into giggles.
Yeah, it's those moments which are the best, I feel.
I just remember, and they always happened late at night.
Oh, yeah.
It's always during late night. Like I do remember, like this other time, it always involved Haladar. Always. He was always somehow. Oh God. Him and I were EXPing. I was leveling my other character. I was on my Elvon leveling Paladin.
Kuvok.
I don't know where. Kuvok, the coolest Elvon of all time. Thank you very much. I can say that because none of you guys in here are Elvons. So we were XPing, and him and I took a group, and we were XPing there for the longest time. Now, again, it's like 2 a.m. for me, and I haven't slept yet, and he's 5 hours ahead of me, so it's 7 a.m. for him, and he hasn't slept yet. Now, we had been there for probably about 5 hours or more. I remember I got tons of levels that day. And we're talking on Skype, and I said, you know, I think I'm going to bail pretty soon. He says, I think I'm going to bail too. So I'm like, what do you think? Maybe like, I don't know, another like 2K XP? And he says, yeah. So in party chat, he says to the party leader, he says, whoever the party leader's name was, he goes, hey, so-and-so, can you find replacements for us after 2K XP? Vice and I are going to go to bed.
Oh, that's adorable.
Nice. I'm sorry, I'm playing solo right now.
Oh,
And you know what? And the thing of it was, I was able to pin this down. It was always on a certain day of the week. It was always, I don't know what it was, and this even goes as far back as the Dynamis Madness thing that we did.
Yes, Dynamis Madness.
It would always, things like this would always happen on a Sunday.
Yeah, the Sunday is the loopiest day.
Well, no, I just ended up calling it, for lack of a better way of putting it, Stupid Sunday, because that's exactly what it was. We all just became dumb on those days.
Yep.
I don't know what it was.
So entertaining though. So
Whether it was like late into early Sunday morning or late that night, it was always on a Sunday.
always good time.
Stupid Sunday, silly Sunday,
Sunday,
special
Sunday.
Oh, special Sunday was usually
Special.
most likely.
Special. I think is the most.
Yellow hockey helmet Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, the Dynamis Madness thing, that was on a Sunday. I mean, that was early Sunday morning for me.
I was assisted by the most interesting concoction of prescription medication at that moment. Oh my God, was I? Yeah, Dynamis Madness will remain my highlight of Final Fantasy.
IQ levels fell that morning.
The reason that Madness that occurred because obviously Mr. Boo Boo's name was absolutely hilarious, but I had just come out of hospital after surgery and I was still a little bit out of it because I was on this very interesting concoction of drugs that were keeping me from shouting out in sheer agony and pain, which they were happy drugs. They made me happy. But
you guys kept singing. You guys kept making up songs and singing, and I'm sitting here going, "What are they? What is going on here?"
Yeah, it was a very special night. Was that a very special night?
I mean, for those of you who haven't heard it, I mean, I'll link it in the thing, but it's just unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable what you listen to.
It's something that came from the deep recesses of mine, White Mists, Baracus, and Gordor's souls.
Diamolos was there too.
Yeah, Yam as well. Oh dear me, it was a good night though, Mr. Booby.
Oh my God. So Sass, what are you gonna do in 14 when you get back?
Yes, what will you do?
What will I do? Quite simple. Kill anything that moves.
This is a good.
Fine.
Kill anything that moves. And what level are you?
I don't remember. I will go.
Kill anything that moves. We'll take you to
Garuda.
Garuda. I need Garuda done, so I'll take you to Garuda.
Oh yeah, you get to see the bitch. You get to see the bitch in green.
People are still consumed with getting their AFs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really.
Yeah, it's strange. I see a lot of people still shouting for AF.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess people just really want to hoard all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm leveling it. I mean, I've just finished White Mage. I've got the body piece to get last, and I'm done.
I'm leveling Gladiator right now to get Paladin eventually, and it is pretty fun. Yeah, I do enjoy it.
Gladiator and Paladin are both very fun jobs. You don't kill anything exceedingly fast, as say you would on a mage or a warrior, but nothing can kill you.
Well, that's the thing. It's taking so long for me to level up. I mean, I'm only doing it through leaves right now, but and I'm only 21, and I feel like I'm leveling Dancer in the Valkyrie Dunes by myself.
Yeah,
you're not doing any damage, and it just takes a little while to survive. I mean, you can survive, no problem, but like you're not doing enough damage quickly to get it down fast enough.
I mean, I leveled White Mage, and I thought it was the most tedious job known to man, but I was duoing it with a friend of mine, and we went and we're doing this all via LEDs as well.
Do you have all AF?
I have all but the body piece. I have I took it from level 20 to 35 in one day.
Wow.
And then the next day I took it to 45.
Well, have you done faction leaves to get more XP?
No, me and my friend were just doing normal leaves, but I burned through. I had 80 leaves at the time. By the time I finished, I had 0. Over the course of 2 days, we'd burned through a combination of about 160 levs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been playing Final Fantasy 14 a lot as of late. I'm a little burnt out.
Yeah, no kidding. I can see why. Jeez.
That was a long 2 days, a very long 2 days, but still worth it.
I'm currently trying to get some achievements done.
I keep getting achievements done. I'm not even trying to.
Yeah.
It just happens. I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm properly hunting for a few because there's an achievement line called I survived blank. Insert Aetheryte camp here, and if you finish all of those, it says, and all I got was this lousy achievement.
Are you leveling anything else, by the way?
I should be leveling Archer. I'm not. I should be leveling Gladiator. I'm not.
Do you have anything by level? 21?
Yeah, I have a Thaumaturge at 22. Still need to level that as well. Why? You thinking about doing stuff?
Yeah, because like I said, I want Paladin at 50, and I've been doing leaves the whole time.
Okay. We can definitely do something together. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, when I get back, I am going to go ahead and look for you guys, get a pearl to the new Chocobo shell, to the new Chocobo Knights, and...
Oh, good. I could use more than 2 people.
Really? You know, whatever happened to that other Link shell?
What other Link shell?
The one that we kind of like merged with for a while. They kept changing their name and stuff.
Oh yeah. I have no idea. I
see them all over the place.
Yeah, I was utterly confused by that shell.
The Guardians is what they were called.
Yeah,
right? Was that it?
Yeah, when I met them, that's what they were calling themselves.
Yeah, Guardians. Shout out to them, I guess, right?
Holla.
Yeah, the problem with them was that they just kept. I think they just kept merging. The shell kept becoming too big, so they kept having to remake it. And finally, I was just going, forget it.
Yeah, because that was like, what the heck?
Did you say holla?
No. Yes.
No, seriously, did you say
yeah,
holla?
I did. No!
No, I was thinking more along the lines of teleport holla.
Can I
Someone's
have it?
going to be stuck there for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me know if Goblin Archaeologist is up. That bastard owes me some gold coins.
No, but I think a lot of us got to get, some of us have to get our shit together and do shit.
Oh yeah, and this is what part of this podcast is about. It's like, getting our shit together, getting out there, and Chocobo Knights 2.0 with Final Fantasy 14 2.0.
I still have no emails.
Still no emails.
Oh my god.
No, actually, no, I lied. I did get one email. So, thank you, Adobe Systems Incorporated. But I will make use of my version of Photoshop CS6. Thank you.
Thank you, Adobe. Right?
Yeah. See, I'll read the emails. Like, what?
Never mind.
Oh.
See, I will read emails, whether they're related to the show or not. I will read emails.
If some Nigerian
I will even read the junk email.
If the National Nigerian Bank wants to send us an email offering us money, we will read it.
Why not?
I remember when those emails first started up.
Oh, yes. And now they've become synonymous in everything.
But the thing of it is, even though we are in Shell now, Old Timers Guilds. Yeah. But we are on the younger end of that spectrum, that age spectrum. Yeah. I do still want to get Chocobo Knights up and running, and I'm still kind of waiting for the right time. But I feel like that time is pretty imminent.
It's approaching fast.
It is approaching. So
like Gollum would.
But this isn't. I'm not. This show is not as me using it to plea for people to join, but
just to let them know that we do exist, and if you do want to join us, then we, as long as you're not batshit crazy,
and you pay your fees on time.
Indeed,
you pay your fees on time, and you give all your money to Saskiot,
who then gives it all to me.
Yes, I am the Link Shell treasurer.
He is, and also the Link. Yeah,
who goes to Vegas every couple of weeks.
Link Shell Bouncer, I think. Link Shell Bouncer is more like it. But, we're on the Excalibur server, formerly Palomacia, which, by the way, Jared and I have to tell you, Sale has a correction for you. It's not from Final Fantasy IV, it's from 2.
Yes, I realised my mistake soon after we finished. I was like, drat. And soon he also corrected me as well, so... Yeah, not always checking our facts. That's what we're here for.
So from Sale, Sale says, bad form, Jared, bad form.
Me and Sale are going to be having words in a minute.
Well, he hopefully will be on our next one, so you can have your words now.
I will have my wicked way.
Such a bad fanboy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'll throw myself in burning lava of doom.
Cool. Can I watch?
If there's popcorn and sales.
Are you going to jump in there with the new jumping ability?
Indeed.
Well, it's Bowl of Embers tonight, like late run. So if you want to join still, you could be on time and jump in that pool of lava.
Indeed, could be crispy fried Jared.
Oh, it's Bowl of
Bowl of Embers.
Yeah, late night Bowl of Embers, early night is Thorn March, and I can't wait to get my ass kicked by Good King Mogglebog again.
Good King Mogglebog. Good King
Oh,
Mogglebog.
you know what? I'm going to see Prometheus instead.
No.
You know what? Vice. I have to ask. Remember that one zone with those bombs, really high level you took me to when I started 14?
Yes.
Did you ever find out what they were for?
Well, there are some things to do out there. It's those mobs that were there when you were last there aren't there anymore. I said there a lot. And that's where the monk body fight is. I think there's some of the Dragoon is out there, I think.
Yeah.
But
no, it's just a normal camp now.
Yeah, it's also the starting point for the Castrum Novum quests.
Yeah.
Castrum Novum being the new fortress which opened up due.
But I will say this: I had a very odd experience out there. The funny thing is, when I play this game, I always have iTunes playing in the background. I don't have the game's music on, but I sometimes have 11's music on. And I was out there in Mordona, and I was listening to the music from Alteu, from 11. See,
Nice.
It fit very, very well.
I
let
love
me tell
that
you.
music.
Yeah.
The old cat.
The music from Whitegate perfectly fits Ulda.
Yes.
Ulda's music just sounds like elevator music.
It
like
does.
it.
It doesn't fit the town at all.
When I turned the music up out there, I was like, oh, that's the downloading updates music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This doesn't fit.
No, I noticed it changes from town to town, the update music. It's not always the same.
No, that's true. But it's Gridania and Ulda are definitely the ones that pop up most during the update music.
Yeah.
For me.
So I guess one thing I do want to know is, like, I don't think we've really talked about this, but what are our long-term plans for this game? Do we even have long-term plans?
I'm just taking it a day to see what we're doing 2.0 and long-term plans. Yeah. I don't really have any.
No, me neither. I'm taking it one day at a time, and just whatever grabs my attention on that day, I'll just go ahead and do it. And I mean, one day it can be achievement hunting, next day it could be leveling.
Yeah, because unlike 11,
I have quests to do.
Yeah, because unlike 11, where I had all the time in the world to play it, 14, I'm limited now due to work and whatnot, and I'm really into playing offline games as well, games which are on my console. So I think, in reality,
my initial plan for 14 was to do stuff that I hadn't done in 11, and I've sort of done that. I'm crafting now, which I never did in 11. I sucked at it. I didn't have the patience for it, because you know how impatient I can get.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I'm leveling Dragoon, which is just kind of a must for me. But I also wanted to level Paladin. And I really think that I'd make a pretty decent Paladin in this game, honestly.
Being a tap Paladin would be...
Plus, I think I will look so cool in that AF, man. They'll look so cool.
You know what? Going along with all of this, as you guys probably do or do not know, depending on if you've checked my Facebook or not, I went to E3 this week. First thing I did, a run at the Square Enix booth. Nothing about 14 2.0.
Were there any Chocobo girls?
No. There was actually quite a bit of fangirls that were hovering around the Final Fantasy game.
The Chocobo girls are the one good photo I got out of
I thought
Fanfest
Saskiot was your one good photo.
Well, I forgot it. Well, sarcastically. But if you see the picture of the Chocobo girls, you'll agree with me. Yeah, I thought that you went to E3. What happened? So, sorry, go on.
Well, I only got to go one day, unfortunately, the first day. I had to let my techs go the second. My supervisor went the third day.
If I had known you were going, I would have said, go find Reggie Fils-Aimé and yell at him for me.
Yeah, he never smiles.
No, he smiles, but it's for all the wrong reasons. Nintendo, we're doing great. We're focused on the experiences. We're gonna change the way you play video games.
It seemed like somebody pissed in his cereal to begin with. He seemed very grouchy.
Yeah.
We are going to make great games, great experiences. That's what we don't look at what our competitors are going to do.
I'm sure he doesn't.
I hate that guy.
Yes, Reggie. Yeah.
Imagine if he was running Square Enix.
Yikes. No. Get away with that shit.
14 on the Wii U.
No.
Oh, no.
Nothing on the Wii U, please. Thank you.
Hey, listen. I always said back in the day when the Wii came out, I said, just given the control scheme and everything, how cool would it be to play Final Fantasy XI on the Wii? How awesome would it be to do Azure and Fists with a Wiimote?
Waggle, 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 waggle.
If I could do Jump on Dragoon, I literally had to jump off the couch. That's cool. land on my roommate in the process, but that's all right.
That works.
Break the table.
Yeah.
All in a day's job.
Well, hey, when I first got the Wii, I almost broke my hand.
Really?
I did.
Ow.
You got to share this story with us.
When it came out, I got it the day it came out, and I hooked it up, put it in my living room. Now, I'm 6'2". My living room was not very tall. I had a ceiling fan right above my head. So this is the first day that came out on a Sunday. So when I was playing Wii Tennis,
yeah,
I swung my hand up right into the fan.
Ow!
Ugh.
The pain.
Yep. And it was my left hand. It was my left hand. My left hand. This is the hand that I write with.
Oh.
I'm a lefty. So I went into school the next day. My 3 front fingers were wrapped up.
Ooh.
Friends say, "What happened? Did you get into a fight?" I said, "No, I was playing Wii."
And that's why the Wii was deadly. No one believed me.
Jeez.
Well,
I've heard of Wii-related injuries, but never this close to me.
Yeah. Well, should we wrap up our little dog and pony show?
I think this would be the perfect time to do it.
Yeah, that's
Sure thing.
Sasquatch. We should have more to talk about, like the new 14, but I guess we'll have to wait what the coming weeks are going to bring.
Exactly. We'll see. And I'm sure more and more information will be released as time goes on.
What can I say, though? We're boring as hell today. That's all right.
Yeah, we're not at that game.
That's a slow week. Oh, whatever.
Saskia, thank you for joining us. It was, as always, your company is a pleasure and an honor.
Thanks for having me, and be sure to look me up every now and then.
Oh yeah, I'll be looking out for you in 14. That's damn certain.
Yeah, definitely.
And for anybody listening, if you do want to reach us, again, we are at the realchocobonights@gmail.com. I'm just using Gmail because I'm lazy and don't want to set up a URL for it. So, and it's free.
Gmail.
I'm not paying for it.
No, that's great. Why would you?
No,
that's great.
We are located on
so send all your complaints there.
Send all your complaints there, including your junk mail. I'll read all your junk mail on the air. We are on the
Vice will read all complaints.
We are on the Excalibur server. I am under Viceroy Dragonmeyer. I don't know. You got to tell me everybody's last name.
I am under Jared Snow.
Suni, I don't even know how to say your last name.
I am under Suni Adilangan.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Trouble with that.
And Saskia, tell us yours.
I still have trouble with it. I had to add him to my friends list for that reason, because I don't even know what his last name is.
Oh,
It's a good thing that the new tell system actually allows for easier access to your friend list whenever you want to tell somebody.
true.
And don't you like that's why I add you to my friend list? Not because, like, you're my friend, but because I can't spell your last name.
No, because I know you're not my friend. I'm not even surprised anymore.
If I'm not your friend, then I'm done with you. Be gone! And Saskiot.
Oh dear. Oh,
Isn't it? But isn't it your first name?
And Kiot.
Yes, Sass, S-A-S. Last name is K-I-O-T.
Do you know that your first, when you divide it up like that, your first name being Sass, it's like an anagram for ass?
Yes. Just like Selvin as an anagram for lesbian.
the more we learn, the more you know.
Selbina is a... You sent me that text. You texted me one day and said that to me out of the blue. You said, "Do you know that Selbina is an anagram for lesbian?"
That is amazing.
I've been saying that for years.
And
It was
I'm like-
horrible when I was leveling my cooking. Ran out of lesbian milk and lesbian cheese. No, lesbian milk and lesbian butter.
Well, when you said it, I was like, son of a bitch, it is. But anyway.
Anyway, yes.
We can stop boring the hell out of the 2 listeners that we have right now.
Indeed. Give them back their life.
Oh, 2?
Yeah.
It doubled?
I'm going to blame it on the slow week.
Mm-hmm.
That's my statement, and I'm sticking with it. You did not just silence me.
No, I slept you.
Oh.
All right, then. So I think we should just make our exit.
Hello?
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 Hello.
Oh, just like
Yeah,
that?
just like that, yeah. Just like that.
Exit made? What?
Well, like, just make our exit and then nobody says it. Nobody says goodbye.
Yeah.
Nobody says goodbye.
Drop the mic.
Well,
I know, I thought
am
everybody got up and
Saskiot
left.
visiting this craziness and madhouse. It was a pleasure being here with you guys, and hopefully you guys let me join you again.
Oh, it would be our
Definitely.
pleasure.
I don't know if we can afford you.
True. The bills this month are
It'll
terrible.
cost you 30 million gil.
Seems reasonable.
I'll think about it.
Again, you still need to fix the bullet hole left last time. You stop interrupting me with the goddamn voice clips!
Oh, dear
Love-
me.
The sound bias.
They're lots of fun.
Oh, that's...
Saskiot. Hey, Sass, you know they're adding jumping to the game?
About time.
Oh, all right. I'm stopping you right there. I've been Jared in Snow.
And I've been Suni Adelangan.
Spell it.
Adilangin. There.
Vice is just sitting there like, damn it.
No, I'm sitting here looking for an appropriate sound effect, but I can't find one.
I'm actually surprised that I managed to spell it as quickly as I did.
Yeah. And and you can. I am Viceroy Dragonmire. We are all located on the Excalibur server.
Yes, a royal link shell for regal people.
Indeed.
Mm. All right.
Regal people.
All right. Anybody want to teleport us out?
I'll do it.
All right.
Teleholocaust.
Telly Final Fantasy 14.
Oh yes, I can have that.